Take a moment and truly look at your life. Every flaw, every weakness you carry was not born within you, it was taught to you. You were told to say sorry when things weren't even your fault. You were instructed to forgive those who shattered your trust and to stand by silently while they fed off your patience. What they called kindness wasn't kindness, it was control. Machiavelli understood the truth of this centuries ago. The masses, he said, are made docile for one reason: to be ruled. Your weakness, it's not something you were born with. It was installed within you like a virus, programmed to make you manageable. But here's the truth that they fear. The moment you wake up, the moment you stop apologizing, the moment you begin saying no without the need for explanations, walking away without guilt, and acting without waiting for permission, that is the moment when everything changes. This isn't about becoming cruel. It's about becoming undeniable. Consider this video your firewall. It will burn away the emotional programming, the guilt, the doubt, and the fear that's been keeping you stuck. Weakness is not a flaw. It is a death sentence in the game of power. In the jungle of human behavior, weakness is not a rare trait, it is preyed upon. The world does not treat you according to your intentions. It treats you according to the image you project. If you appear fragile, people will sense weakness and exploit it. If you forgive too easily, you invite betrayal. If you show kindness without power, people will take advantage of you, often with a smile on their face. Machiavelli warned both rulers and men alike. Don't concern yourself with being loved, be feared, or be forgotten. Weakness is not noble. It's a signal to the powerful that you can be broken. We live in a society that hides this brutal truth, feeding us lies. They say, nice guys win in the end, or patience always pays off. But these are lullabies for the powerless. The truth is, nobody respects the one who tolerates disrespect. Nobody fears the one who forgives everything. And nobody follows the one who hesitates. At first, the cost of weakness is subtle. You lose respect. You become invisible. Then, the cost escalates. Betrayal, failure, and the loss of control follow. Weakness isn't just emotional softness. It's indecision, over-explaining, constantly asking for permission, fearing consequences more than desiring power. And the worst part, weakness becomes a habit. You convince yourself that it's morality when, in truth, it's nothing but fear disguised as virtue. So, the first step is recognition. You must identify your weakness without excuse, without shame, and without mercy. Only then can you destroy it. The longer you remain in the grip of weakness, the more ingrained it becomes. It whispers to you, convincing you that you're doing the right thing, that you're a better person for tolerating the intolerable, for forgiving the unforgivable. But those who live by this lie are not growing. They are stalling, trapped in an endless cycle of weakness. Recognizing that you are weak is not a shameful act. It's an awakening. It's the moment you take back your power. People don't stay weak because they enjoy it. They stay weak because it's familiar. Comfort is more seductive than growth, and comfort always lies. From the moment you're born, you're surrounded by soft poison. Be a good person. Wait your turn. Everything will work out in the end. These are the lies of a society designed to keep you obedient. Obedient people are predictable. They pay taxes, follow orders, and live and die quietly, never realizing their life was controlled from the start. They never question, they never challenge, and they never rise. The system thrives on this, encouraging passivity and blind acceptance. Machiavelli knew something that society won't say out loud. Power is not given, it's taken. And the first step to taking it is rejecting the illusions that keep you weak. The dangerous lies that have been fed to you since childhood, since society first shaped your mindset, are the very chains that bind you. Let's break down the most dangerous lies and expose them for what they are. You've been told it's better to be kind, to forgive, and to suffer quietly. Nice guys finish last, they say, and you've probably heard it all your life. But look around, you who actually wins. It's not the most moral, but the most strategic. You don't rise by being good. You rise by being useful to power, or by becoming power itself. The world rewards those who know how to navigate it, those who use their power, influence, and intellect to secure their place. Morality doesn't win, power does. Be patient. Your time will come. But time isn't your ally, it's your assassin. Every second you hesitate, someone colder, bolder, and hungrier is taking what could have been yours. The world doesn't wait, it devours. Time doesn't care about your waiting. It's ruthless and relentless. When you sit back and allow time to pass without taking action, opportunities slip away and the world moves on. Those who rise are those who act with urgency, who seize the moment rather than wait for it to pass them by. Time doesn't owe you anything. It takes what it pleases. Society tells you that we're all equal, but equality is a myth. Some people dominate, others are dominated. Your choice is simple: lead or be led. Those who believe in equality as a concept never understand the true nature of power. Some people rise because they take what others are too afraid to grab. Equality, in this sense, isn't a reality, it's a fantasy designed to keep the masses passive, docile, and distracted. You have two choices in this world: be the one who takes power or be the one who watches it slip through your fingers. People crave stability, a steady job, a safe home, predictable outcomes. But stability breeds softness. It kills ambition, destroys risk-taking, and turns lions into house cats. Power lives in chaos. Only those who can navigate uncertainty, make hard decisions, and adapt quickly will survive. Stability makes you comfortable, and comfort kills urgency. The truly powerful understand that the world is unstable by nature, and they thrive in it. They don't wait for things to stabilize. They make their own stability, carving it from the chaos that others fear. Guilt is the leash society puts around your neck. They want you to feel bad for wanting more, for cutting people off, for saying no. But guilt is just weakness in disguise. You owe the world nothing. Your only obligation is to become formidable. Guilt holds you back. It keeps you in line, forces you to put others' needs ahead of your own, and tells you that you must sacrifice for the greater good. But the truth is, no one respects the one who sacrifices everything. They respect the one who takes control, the one who is powerful enough to say no when it counts. Weakness survives because these lies are comforting, but comfort is the slowest form of suicide. To escape weakness, you must become violent with the truth. Tear off the masks, reject the narratives, and accept a darker reality. No one is coming to save you. You must become the one people fear, respect, and follower. Stay invisible forever. The cure for your weakness isn't motivation, it's calculation. Machiavelli never told princes to be emotional. He told them to be feared, to control perception, to use people as tools and discard them when their usefulness ended. He didn't romanticize loyalty. He didn't believe in forgiveness. He believed in winning. And to win, you must replace emotion with cold logic. Let's break the disease. Emotional people are predictable, and what is predictable is controllable. When you react emotionally, you become easy to provoke, to silence, to manipulate. But when you move strategically, when your decisions are calculated, not impulsive, you become unreadable, unbreakable. Every move you make should serve a purpose. You don't act for the sake of acting. You don't speak just to be heard. Every word, every step must be part of a bigger strategy. Your goal should always be to maintain leverage, to preserve your reputation, and to increase your influence. Every action you take should increase your power and weaken your adversaries. Emotional reactions will only expose your vulnerabilities, and people will use them against you. The cold mind, however, remains untouched by emotions. It operates like a chess player, always thinking several moves ahead. Emotional people obsess over results. Strategic people focus on positioning. If a plan fails, they don't cry, they adapt. If someone leaves, they don't beg, they replace. The strategic mind is surgical. It removes what no longer serves and never hesitates to cut deeper. Emotional attachment to outcomes only weakens you. You're bound by expectations, controlled by the desire for things to go as planned. The moment you release that attachment, you gain freedom. Strategic thinkers understand that outcomes are often beyond their control, but their actions and choices are not. Success is in the process, the steps you take, the alliances you build, and the moves you make. Outcomes are temporary, but strategy is eternal. When a plan doesn't work, you shift to the next. You adapt. you grow, and you keep moving forward. Emotion is a barrier. Detach from it, and you will see how easy it is to keep your mind clear and your path direct. Your emotions are not the enemy, but they are not the captain of your ship either. They are the bait. Appear kind, but be ruthless. Appear open, but remain unreadable. Use your smile to lower their guard. Use silence to create tension. Use kindness to extract trust. Then use that trust to win. Emotion should be a mask, not your compass. You must control when to reveal your emotions and when to suppress them. Never let others dictate your behavior through their emotional manipulation. The world will try to provoke you to get a reaction. They will try to use your emotions against you. But when you are strategic, you remain unaffected. Use your emotions only when they serve your purpose, and control them when they don't. Emotions should never drive your decisions, but they can be used to manipulate and influence others. When you've mastered your emotions, you will see how others are icily swayed by their own impulses. The strongest men have fire in their ambition, but ice in their hearts. This doesn't mean cruelty, it means clarity. The ability to say, "This person no longer serves my mission," and move on. Most people drown because they can't let go. They cling to loyalty, guilt, and past versions of themselves. But the cold mind understands that attachment is weakness. Emotion is expensive. In the game of power, your feelings will betray you faster than your enemies. The truly strategic person is never weighed down by the emotional baggage of the past. They do not waste time mourning over what they lost or people who betrayed them. They know how to cut ties without hesitation. The moment something or someone no longer serves your purpose, you eliminate it from your life without looking back. This isn't about cruelty. It's about control. It's about clarity of purpose. You no longer waste time. You don't dwell on the past. You live for the future. Everyone wants to be liked, to be understood, to be seen as the good person. But this need for validation is a weakness. The constant desire to please others keeps you in the role of a servant. You do things not because you want to, but because you fear rejection. The moment you detach from this need, you unlock true power. Let others misunderstand you. Let them fear you. Let them gossip, question, judge. What matters is not their comfort, it's your rise. The need for approval is a prison. When you're obsessed with how others perceive you, you can't rise. You become constrained by their judgments, limited by their expectations. But when you stop caring, you become unpredictable, powerful. You don't need others' validation to move forward. You need only your own approval. Reinvention is a threat to the weak, but a weapon for the strong. You must be willing to kill the soft version of yourself, the one that tolerated too much, apologized too quickly, and hesitated too often. Let the version of you that clung to loyalty, guilt, and comfort rot. What's left is someone sharpened, precise, and unstoppable. No longer concerned with who stays or leaves, only with who respects your silence. This is not arrogance, it's authority. And you earned it by doing what most never will: killing the emotional dependence that keeps people ordinary. The rise is internal. Because it's internal, it can't be taken from you, not by failure, not by betrayal, not even by isolation. You are no longer the one who gets hurt. You are the one who gets remembered. You are unstoppable. You are the dangerous one. You've become someone who is completely unbothered by the noise. People might shout, criticize, or try to shake your confidence, but none of it will reach you anymore. The game has changed, and you're no longer playing by the same rules. You no longer need to prove yourself. Your presence alone demands respect, whether they admit it or not. This is the state of being untouchable. It's not about being cold or distant for the sake of it. It's about power, focus, and a refusal to be manipulated. When you are in control of yourself, when you no longer seek validation from the outside world, you become an immovable force. When you stop reacting emotionally to situations, you begin to gain control over the entire narrative of your life. It is no longer about what others think of you, how they see you, or how they try to pull you into their emotional chaos. You operate on a higher level, where external factors no longer control your inner peace. This is not about being feared for the sake of fear. It's about becoming so complete within yourself that no one can shake you, use you, or bend you. Your power is silent, yet undeniable. You are no longer breakable. You've earned it. You've detached from comfort, silenced the noise, and made yourself untouchable. You no longer react. You observe, you control, and you dominate. Everyone around you either gravitates toward your stillness, fascinated by your strength, or they fall away, threatened by it. Because now, you are the one who decides. You have stopped playing the victim in your own life. You are the creator of your own fate. You no longer need permission from others to succeed. You've learned to trust your own decisions and your own strategy. Your judgment is all that matters. Now, you operate with precision, understanding that every choice you make must align with your greater mission. You no longer care about being liked. You care about what will move you closer to your goal. The fear of rejection, the desire for approval, it no longer controls you. What matters now is only this. Does this decision make me more powerful or more vulnerable? Does it serve my mission or detract from it? As you move through the world, you'll begin to notice how others respond to your energy. There's an undeniable shift. You're no longer the person who apologizes, explains, or justifies. You've become someone who commands attention simply by existing. You don't need to be heard to be respected. You are respected because you have mastered the art of silence, detachment, and power. This doesn't make you a tyrant or a cold-hearted person. It makes you someone who has seen through the illusion. You understand that to thrive, to truly rise, you must relinquish the need for validation, the need for approval, and the need to explain yourself to anyone. The moment you free yourself from these chains, you unlock a new level of power. This transformation is about control not over others, but over yourself. The greatest power is not in dominating those around you, but in being completely in control of your own mind, your own actions, and your own destiny. When you master this, you become untouchable. You become the consequence. Your confidence now comes from your inner core. It's no longer something you need to prove to others. It radiates from you effortlessly. You've built a fortress within yourself that no one can penetrate. No criticism, no betrayal, no setback will ever break you. You've become impervious to the external forces that once controlled you. The greatest minds understand this concept. They know that when you focus on yourself, on your mission, and on controlling your own perception, you don't need the world's approval. You become your own authority. You walk with purpose, with calm, and with unshakable clarity. Your journey has only just begun. But now you understand the rules of power. You've shed the weakness that once held you back, and you've replaced it with a cold, calculated mindset. You are no longer the one who gets hurt. You are the one who leaves people guessing, questioning, and regretting. You are the danger they try to avoid, the calm before something irreversible. The one who has moved past emotional dependence and into a state of being that is as rare as it is powerful. You've reached the pinnacle of self-control. You've become untouchable. And now, as you move forward, your every step will be calculated. Your every decision will be precise, and your every move will demand respect. The most dangerous person is not the one who shouts the loudest. It's the one who doesn't need to say a word. The one who has learned to move in silence, leaving everyone else to wonder what just happened. This is the power of the untouchable. This is the power of the person who has mastered their own mind, their own destiny, and their own image. This is the power that no one can take from you, not the world, not your enemies, and certainly not your own doubts. Because now, you don't need to prove anything. You simply are.